good. Hello everybody, my name is Mortius. I am a necktie enthusiast, education specialist, and acapella artist. And today it is finally time to bring some Pentatonix into the Mortius channel. I have had a lot of requests in various comments on various videos for Pentatonix to join the channel. Now, in some previous videos, I have mentioned that at the current stage of my life and acapella journey, Pentatonix is not necessarily my favorite group. What I haven't mentioned is that that was not always the case. I actually used to be a huge fan of Pentatonix in high school, and just for some reason I kind of feel like just over time I just kind of gravitated away from them. I feel like their style just sort of changed a little bit over the years, which is not a bad thing. Let me make something very clear. I am totally fine with the changes they made. I am just not a huge fan of them. In sort of musical and a cappella spheres, talking to people, I've heard the phrase a lot of times, I don't really like a cappella music, but I like Pentatonix, and that's because I view Pentatonix as kind of the pop music of a cappella. Not at all bad, not inherently worse than any other kind, but just a little more accessible, a little more mainstream. And as I was diving a little bit more into some groups that really just push the fold and they're exceptional, like Home Free and things like that, I just felt myself kind of drifting away from Pentatonix. But like I said, when I was a little bit younger in high school, I was such a massive fan of Pentatonix, so I am actually really excited to get back into them. And hey, it's been a couple years since I've listened to anything new from Pentatonix, actually. So maybe my opinion will go full circle. Like, I am going into this with open mind, open heart. I am not going into this with like, Pentatonix is like, nothing like that. I used to love them, kind of drifted away, but maybe this will be my opportunity to fall back in love with an amazing group. So I'm looking forward to this. And just to reinvigorate that old Mortius love that I had for Pentatonix, we are hopping 8 years back in time. Senior year of high school for your boy, and we are hopping in to Daft Punk by Pentatonix. I'm very excited. I remember that this one has a lot of fun complexities to it, and you guys know that that's where I thrive, the complexities of a cappella arrangements. So without further ado, let's hop on into this, and if you guys like it, let me know in the comments. Show your support with likes, subscribes, everything like that, and that way I'll know to mix some more Pentatonix into my regimen. But anyways, without further ado, let's go.
Use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, mail, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag and drop it, zip, unzip.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have fun with this. Oh, I'm gonna have fun with this. The combination of nostalgia plus the amazing... Hold up.
Point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, break it, fix it.
I love the way that they're developing it. I love the way it builds up. I have heard this before, if that wasn't clear by my kind of intro, but I love the way that they're building up into it here.
Trash it, change it, mail, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it.
I do really like... Wow, I just shook my whole screen there. My bad. And hurt my knee. But I really like that it's da, 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 da. It's not building from the bottom up to the top like some do, and it's not starting in the middle and kind of moving out. Like it's da-da-da-da, 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 and then Kristen comes in with that high part. I think that's really interesting.
Charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag and drop it, zip, unzip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, call it, jam it, lock it, surf it, scroll it, pause it, click it, cross it, back it, switch it, fade it, name it, rate it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, print.
Oh, I haven't listened to this since I actually grew an appreciation I said it wrong and it sounded so much fancier. Appreciation for acapella beatboxers. Holy cow. Wait.
Play it, burn it, rip it, drag and drop it, zip, unzip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, call it, jam, unlock it.
Whoa, that boom, boom, boom. While in the background it's like that build up is really cool. And then it hops into boom, doom, 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 which is really cool because a lot of the times you'll get that doom, 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 doom from basses. A lot of groups will do that. Jeff is known for doing that kind of doom, doom, doom in the backgrounds of a lot of voice plays older content. But combining that with the beatboxer and giving us a doom, doom, really gives it a feeling of like hit, up, hit, build, hit, build. Listen to this.
One more time. One more time. Like the let.
Ooh, hold up. I love that happening in the background. I don't know who that is. You have to forgive me. Just like when I first got into Home Free again, it's going to take me a little bit to remember names and also be able to identify voices right off the top of my head. It's going to take me a couple Pentatonix videos before that. I like how at the beginning I was like, let me know if you want more Pentatonix. And now I'm 45 seconds in and I'm like, yeah, I'm doing more Pentatonix. That is really, really cool. Oh, I'm having a blast. I'm so glad I decided to do this.
Legend of the Phoenix, yeah. All ends with beginnings. It keeps the planet spinning.
Love that. One thing that I've actually told people, this is I think this is the first time I'm saying this on this channel, but sometimes when people are like, oh, I'm trying to like figure out how to arrange a cappella or even like practice harmonies, because sometimes I'll sing along to other songs and I'll just be harmonizing on top of it. I know I'm that guy. But a lot of times people ask like, oh, how do I even start having an ear for that? And I say, listen to the listen to the background chords and sing along with those. So like if there's a song with a really clear like it is a 4-chord song, you know what I mean? Singing along with those is really good. That's what they're doing in the background here.
Legend of the Phoenix, yeah. All ends with beginnings. It keeps the planet spinning. The force from the beginning.
That and then they're just kind of repeating that. Now they're bringing some very cool things into it. They aren't just repeating the background, but the actual chords that are playing in the original song are what they are using to build the background, which again, it lends credence to both things I was saying on both ends of the spectrum. It shows A, how great they are at arrangement, but B, the fact that they're kind of pandering to the pop music type audience, because that's where you're going to find those 4 chords. Why does my shirt I keep trying to adjust and it keeps not working. Hang on. There we go. So, it kind of shows both things. One, that they are kind of making themselves the pop equivalent of acapella music, but 2, that that's not a bad thing. People like pop music. There's a reason that it's popular. But that was a dumb joke. But the fact that they are able to identify like this is the type of music that we are covering and this is the target audience we are going for, so let's make sure we're building on the type of chords and the musical structure that made the song so popular in the first place. It really shows that they know their craft, and that's why I'm saying that it's not an insult when I'm saying that they are more poppy. It's just why I kind of fell away from them over time. Anyways, let's keep going.
The force from the beginning. We've come too far to give up.
one thing I will say that is extremely impressive is you don't get a lot of techno covers or even just like electronic covers within the acapella sphere, because that's really difficult. And if you're getting like really fast, like think people like Smooth McGroove. If you're not familiar with Smooth McGroove, make sure you go look him up because he's amazing. But to imitate like really fast music, he has to have like 16 of himself. And not only are there 5 of them here, 3 of them are on the vocal line, which means there are only 2 people imitating the speed of an EDM track. Watch how fast Avi's mouth is moving right here. Watch this. Like he's got that going so fast, and it's wow. Oh, forgive me for not remembering the beatboxer's name. It's been so long since I've listened to Pentatonix. I'm sorry. Let me know in the comments. God, I can't remember his name. But he's filling in the other parts as Avi's doing that so fast that it would make me pass out if I was doing it for as long as he is. And then beatboxer's covering it with like that kind of thing. I'm obviously not a beatboxer. It's really impressive how just those 2 voices are imitating the speed of an EDM drum kit. It's incredible.
Say, we're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get sun. We're up all night to get fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get sun. We're up all night to get fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get up all night to get lucky.
Oh, love that part. And I didn't even remember it had that. You guys know how much I love when the background. So I was literally just talking about how impressively they were imitating the EDM drum kit, and then they do my favorite thing where they take those instruments and go, nope, they're gone, just voices now. Listen.
We're up all night to get fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get up all night to get lucky.
Oh, I'm having so much fun. Can you tell?
Last night I had a dream about you. In this dream, I'm dancing right beside you. There's nothing wrong.
Hold on, I was having so much fun just now. I wasn't actually listening to backgrounds. I'm so sorry.
Last night I had a dream about you. In this dream, I'm dancing right beside you. There's nothing wrong with just a little bit of fun. We were dancing all night long. Oh, I don't
Oh, that's cool sounding. Hang on.
dancing all night long. Oh,
What is
we were
that?
dancing all night long. Oh.
That so cool. And it builds like that, like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like that part is supported so well by the power of that. Just super cool.
We were dancing all night long. Oh, I don't know what to do.
Wait, that's Avi.
Dream and you. I hope this dream comes true.
One more time. Hey, we're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, alright, don't stop the dancing. One more time.
Ooh. So that's why it doesn't sound super repetitive. Even though they're kind of repeating the same part again, if you really listen to what... Yes, that... Ba, ba, da, ba, 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 like they're doing in the background there with the ba, ba, da, ba, da, like everything they're doing is very different from the first time that they did the one more time. Because the last time it was one... Ba, 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 ba. Da, 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 da. One more. That's what they did the first time. But now the backgrounds are doing something totally different. So even though we have gone back to a song we've already visited, it feels different and new, which is really important if you're being repetitive in an acapella
I hope
arrangement.
this dream comes true.
One more time. Hey, we're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, alright, don't stop the dancing. One more time, we're gonna celebrate.
before we get into this part, which I remember being incredibly cool. I don't think I ever fully realized that was him, but that is so pretty and floaty. That
We're gonna celebrate. Harder, make it better. Do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever. Our work is never over. Work it harder.
something like that is not. It's not complex, but it is also not easy. That is like it's easy to arrange. It is incredibly difficult to pull off because as soon as you're rotating between different people like that, like that kind of thing, I talk about a little bit in Voice Plays Were Good, because they do something kind of like that there, but. Even though obviously there is a lot of post-production editing in this one to imitate the EDM feel, if you don't have solid, really good timing in your initial recordings, you're screwed. Like, I've worked with arranging and even editing post-production, some acapella before, but long before I started doing this channel, back when I was still with a group. And yeah, like, if you do not already have the timing of those really well, like you have to have a very, very good understanding of just timing and measures and notes, because otherwise it's going to throw it off. One person sings for a 16th note too long, you're done. You gotta re-record. You can't fix that in post. You cannot fix a poorly timed vocal performance in post if it's something like this. Any other time, you can, because you've got other people supporting it. If 3 people are singing and one of them goes just a little bit too long, you can cut that person off and you don't notice the other cut off because the 2 people are singing over it. But when it's... If a single one of those... If a single one of those goes a 16th note too short or too long, whole thing's thrown off. So that is such an incredible control and such an incredible internal metronome that all of these performers have. Wait, and then even more so there, because now not only are they doing it with each other, they're also doing it to someone who's staying consistent. Avi is essentially their metronome there. God, it's incredible. And same thing there. That's the exact, for a completely different technique, it requires the exact same amount of skill of internal metronome as if you're singing staccato with someone else. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Like, if a single one of them is off just a little bit early, or it's not even longer or shorter, like I was saying, if they're off early or late, this won't work. They're so talented. Ah! I remember that part clearly. I forgot this part though.
Music's got me feeling so free. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time, music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate and dance so free. Tonight, hey, just feel it. Music's got me feeling unique. One more time, music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate and dance to the stars. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night to get fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get fun. We're up all night to get
God! Oh, that's so good!
We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get fun. We're up all night to get fun. We're up for one more night.
I love that. The way that they're building with the like they're building so well. They're literally building to a bass drop in an a cappella arrangement. You don't just do that. That's insane. That's ridiculous. That's just unheard of.
We're up all night to get fun. We're up all night to get fun. We're up for one more night.
Bass drop. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yes. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh. God, I had even more fun with that than I was expecting to. That was such a great combination of like nostalgia throwback, but also like some new things, because even though I remembered the song, I didn't remember most of those techniques being used, because the last time I heard this song was before I actually started paying attention or listening to those kinds of techniques, like before I had an ear for this kind of thing. Man, that was an absolute blast. Well, I was going to say, please let me know if you want me to do more Pentatonix, but yeah, I'm doing more Pentatonix. So instead, please hop on into the comments and let me know what Pentatonix you want to see next. I would love to have a nice combination of old Pentatonix, where it's kind of like this, where it's some stuff I remember, but also some stuff that I don't. But also, because if really anything's come out in the last, I'm going to say 3 years, I haven't heard it. I just kind of fell off Pentatonix, and now I'm kicking myself for it. So please let me know what both old and new you want to see next on the channel. And as always, gals, blokes, and all other folks, I will see you in the next video. Bye.